The Puff was like, yeah, like first he was amping him to get stout. Then he was like, he's like, so when we gonna get the chance?
Then Pap resembled definitely like first. He was amping him to get pen, then he resembled he like said well we going to be able to to kick it, like we can simply hang out. We got to kick it, he letting me know, we got to kick in this, he resembles for what reason, don't we like go out to shop or some, I mean like I paid for itself. And I resembled this, say the new charges against Sean Diddy Combs, a music maker, is blaming hip-hop Big Shot for attacking him and driving him to have fellows, yet a legal counselor for Combs, called the occasions depicted in the claim unadulterated fiction. This is currently one of a few attack claims documented against Combs as of late, including a claim from the R&B vocalist Cassie that was settled last year with a continuous examination whirling around Sean P. Diddy Combs. 50 Penny isn't avoiding expressing his real thoughts pretty much every one of the sketchy things Diddy's been connected to supposedly with this examination. Individuals near Diddy are beginning to feel the strain, dreading they may be hauled into this wreck. To one of those people supposedly experiencing the intensity is Clive Davis, as per 50 Penny. It seems like every one of the obscure dealings are going to be uncovered, placing Diddy and his team at the center of attention. So what precisely did 50 Penny uncover? Well, he's forever been frank about Diddy's sketchy activities. As a matter of fact, there's an old story circling about Diddy that, as far as anyone knows, came straightforwardly from 50 Penny himself. He let the cat out of the bag that Diddy really attempted to take him shopping. Once he expressed something to me one time, quite a while in the past. At Chris Light's wedding, he let me know he'd take me shopping. I saw him like, what did you say? Let me move, man. Before I do something, you going to make me mess up the wedding? Well, that has got individuals talking, since when a person proposes going out to shop with another person, a few people begin contemplating whether there's another side to it. In the event that you get my meaning, yet the vast majority of individuals think 50 Penny felt like Diddy was attempting to snag him into some obscure business with different folks in Triumph. Ultimately, this last year, a representative for 50 Penny let TMZ know that his organization, Cunit Movies and TV, is dealing with a narrative about the allegations against Diddy. They even said the cash from the narrative will go to help those impacted by SA. And badgering also 50 Penny gave a sneak look of the narrative on Instagram. And in one class, previous Terrible Kid Records rapper Imprade Curry guaranteed that Diddy would skillfully add something to containers of Moet to make ladies in clubs more weak, insane, right? Yet that is not each of the 50 Penny. Likewise tossed some shade at rapper Rick Ross. And Diddy himself, he posted verses from Ross' tune, where he discusses placing something in a lady's beverage, without her knowing. Now the possibility of a narrative called Enduring Diddy began as a joke on the web. Yet presently many individuals are upholding it. There was even a banner flowing on Facebook with Diddy's face and the Netflix logo, making individuals think a narrative was in progress. Then on November 20th, 50 Penny implied that he could make a film called Enduring P. Diddy. This came just after Cassie's claim against Diddy, and one more claim against Diddy's previous associate RV Pierre for supposed abuse. Yet before we jump further into the continuous dramatization encompassing Diddy and 50 Penny, we should make a stride back and return to a comparative circumstance, including R. Kelly, the R&B hotshot who confronted serious legitimate difficulty and was eventually sentenced and detained. Well, it appears as though Diddy is currently winding up stuck. You see, very much like R. Kelly, Diddy has been at the center of attention of late for every one of some unacceptable reasons. Claims of unfortunate behavior and obscure dealings have been twirling around him, portraying a disturbed magnate confronting serious lawful examination, and keeping in mind that the particulars might contrast the equals between Diddy's circumstance and R. Kelly's destruction are difficult to overlook now. Assuming that you missed it, however, it's difficult to envision anybody Diddy's circumstance experienced a plunge recently in February. Another stunner dropped when one of Diddy's previous makers and videographers chose to make a legitimate move against him. This person, Rodney Lil Bar Jones, had been in a mess chipping away at Diddy's most recent collection. And in any event, crashing at his place briefly, yet seemingly a fantasy gig, immediately transformed into a bad dream for Jones. He guaranteed Diddy didn't abuse him. He supposedly crossed lines and conveyed intimidation similar as what went down with Cassie. And in the event that that wasn't odd enough, Jones described a stunning occurrence where he awakened stripped and confused in bed with Diddy and two others. Discuss a wild ride right yet. That is not all. Joe likewise professed to have film and accounts of Diddy and his group doing some truly unlawful stuff like requesting laborers and giving beverages to excavators. And get this, he named a lot of enormous names in his claim, including Diddy's own child, Widespread Music Gathering chief, and even Cuba Goodinger. No doubt, obviously, Goodinger purportedly abused Jones during a yacht outing with Diddy. Things got pretty awkward. Without a doubt, quick forward to spring 25th, when government specialists strike Diddy homes in Los Angeles and Miami. These assaults are apparently connected to examinations concerning Sa and the dissemination of unlawful stuff. Yet here's the kicker: Diddy's lawyer says it's each of an unfortunate mix-up. He guarantees there's no proof of any bad behavior on Diddy's part, and that it's a witch chase filled by unmerited allegations today. We should quick forward to the current, where 50 Penny has given it a shot, prodding the chance of a film that could additionally uncover Diddy's supposed wrongdoings, while the Netflix post coursing on the web ended up being a phony. 50 Penny's expectation appeared to be certifiable. He's even indicated that the film would confront a similar degree of lawful investigation. As the narrative about R. Kelly moved in 2019, yet in the midst of this turmoil, there's one individual who's feeling the tension: Clive Davis. Definitely the unbelievable music leader who's fundamentally nothing to joke about in the business. Turns out he was Diddy's coach some time ago, aiding shape him into the tycoon he is currently. Davis has worked with probably the greatest names in music, from Tender Loving Care to Whitney Houston. Indeed, with regards to Diddy's story, there's significantly more going on than might be expected. We should rewind the clock again back to the 90s, when Hip Bounce was near the very edge of detonating into the standard Diddy then. At that point, known as Puff Daddy, wound up at a junction in the wake of being given up from Uptown Records. He was on a chase after another home for his juvenile record mark, Awful Kid Diversion. And that is when destiny interceded, as Clive Davis, with his sharp eye for ability and his finger on the beat of the business, saw something uniquely amazing in Diddy's vision. He chose to take a risk on Awful Kid, giving the monetary sponsorship and mentorship that Diddy expected to rejuvenate